Attend the world's best business workshop led by America's #1 business coach for free by subscribing on iTunes and leaving us an objective review. Claim your tickets by emailing us proof that you did it and your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com.
Oh, yes, Thrive Nation. Shimmy, shimmy, yaw, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. And then give it back to Eric Chupp. Eric Chupp.
Yams?
It's Chupp. Chupp, here's the deal. You just got to get into your Wu-Tang vernacular.
Sweet
if you would
potatoes.
spend a little more time per lifetime studying the Wu-Tang lyrics, you would have a better appreciation for that intro. But I'll tell you this, Chupp.
Fair point.
I'll tell you this, Chupp. We are super excited to be here with the listeners because we're breaking down specific actionable steps that your business coach will help you to implement. And Chupp, what are we talking about now?
I'm excited. I got Marshall to the left of me, Luke Owens to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you guys. So we're going to talk about how to make a massive list of upsell possibilities. This is huge.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people get this part confused. I think they get kind of overwhelmed. I think they don't know what to do. And so I'm going to make it very easy. So I'm going to do.
Before we jump in, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you get this ever? We talk about it a lot, but hardworking people are often humble.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of clients that I've worked with, they initially come to this idea of upselling with like a negative connotation, a negative kind of a cloud over it. Is it a bad thing? Should you upsell? What's the deal with it?
Okay, so let me walk you through the thought process on this. There is a book called More Than a Hobby, which I've read more than once by the founder of Hobby Lobby. That's a signed edition right there, by the way. He signed that himself, so that's a fabulous little book there. But anyway, he talked to me. When I met David Green. I met him. I said, sir, I want to ask you, Hobby Lobby, how'd that start? How'd you do it? And he says, well, what happened is there were cerebral palsy people in my community that couldn't really find a job. And so I found out if I took fence posts that were going to be thrown away, and turned it into like frames, we could sell that. People would like that. So and he talks about the story, but he started the company like $400. So he's selling these frames and at a little flea market in town or something, and people liked the frames. They liked the frames, and actually he was a shopkeeper for a local business owner, and he was selling the frames at the store with the owner's permission. And then people said, what else do you have? And he goes, well, I don't really have anything else. Well, over time, he started teaching these people with cerebral palsy how to make the frames, and he taught them how to make a decorative items, kind of accoutrements and decor. And then people started saying, well, what else do you have? And so he made a list of like all the things people asked for over time, and he thought, I'm just going to make it readily available. So when he opened up the first Hobby Lobby store, he had like model airplanes there. And people would go in for a model airplane to buy one. They want to make it, and they go, do you have any glue? And he goes, no, we don't have any glue, But they'd say, well, you don't have glue? No. Do you have paint? No. You don't have the model paint or the glue, but you just have the model.
Weird.
Yeah, so I have to go to another store. They go, yeah, like, well, they're saying this kind of not out loud, but they're basically saying, we already trust you enough to pay you our dollars. Don't make our life harder. Let us buy everything from you. So he started making it a store where you could complete your hobby from start to finish and get all of the things needed to complete the project all there. So Brian Tracy, the best-selling author and world-renowned sales trainer, he says, approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal, like Mr. Hobby Lobby, not of selling a product or a service. So maybe you say upserve. You want to upserve the customer. Now, W. Clement Stone, he wrote, sales are contingent upon the attitude of the salesperson, not the attitude of the prospect. So if you have the attitude to upserve people, to help them solve more problems, maybe that unlocks that part of your mind where you don't want to high-pressure people. Now, if you go to Jiffy Lube, you go in there to get your oil changed, and then the guy comes up to you and says, would you like for me to replace the air filter? Would you like for me to replace the wipers? Would you like for me to top off those fluids? If you go to an all-inclusive resort, they get that card on file, and they say, would you like to do an excursion today? Would you like a beverage? Would you like meals? Would you like entertainment? Now, if you've been to an all-inclusive resort, I can tell you this. I definitely don't want to go anywhere else in Mexico except for there. I don't want to walk around up and down Have you been to those all-inclusive resorts, Chupp?
Yeah.
I don't want to walk by. I mean, some of those places are scary when you get off the reservation there.
Yeah, have I told you about
No.
Me and my wife walked around the corner on our honeymoon, went out past the little rock ledge, couldn't see him anymore. Next thing you know, a guy comes out of the nowhere on the beach, and he's all of a sudden holding my wife's arm with a knife in his hand.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's braiding. He's cutting a big long leaf and braiding into a bracelet, trying to get money. And I'm like in a swimsuit. Like, I'm like, dude, I got no money here. And it was a weird situation. So
I went to Trinidad Tobago, and we actually got a guy with a machete hold up a knife to me and demand that I give him all my money.
Not fun.
So it's like, I'd rather just not leave
Stay
the
in the
resort.
walls.
I want you to tell these guys out in California, they do a phenomenal job of this. Mike Council Plumbing.
Going back to Cali.
And they do an incredible job. And so I just was hoping that you might be able to briefly tell why the upserving model works so well.
I had a pleasure of speaking to this organization, Mike Council Plumbing, in beautiful, it was San Jose, California, right there in Silicon Valley. And what they did is they realized they're plumbers. And so if people want to have a service call, they really don't charge for the service call. So you call, hey, I want to get my leak fixed. They say, absolutely, we'll take care of you. And they say, just so you know, the service call is on us. We'll just take care of it. And if we can help you, if it costs materials, we'll take care of it. But if we can just turn off the water, fix the thing, we'll do it. They come out there, and they have a massive list of all of the problems that they can solve for their ideal and likely buyers. So what they do is they've reduced all those problems that they can solve to a list, to a checklist. And then they just go around the house saying, hey, while we're here, do you want us to make sure you don't have any leaks in your attic or in your basement or in your kitchen or in your plumbing? Do you want us to look at that? We'll do a 10-point. While we're here, we'll just do a 10-point inspection. And while we're here, and by the way, people love that. They love knowing, hey, everything checks out. You're good to go. Boom. And by the way, while we're here, and they all show up dressed in a uniform, and they show up on time.
Oh my gosh!
They show up on time. They still be there at 10:30. They show up at 10:30, dressed sharp, and a beautiful. It's a neon green van. They're all clean. They're great vehicles. They're well maintained.
It's not sketchy.
Not sketchy. Then they say all the professionals are dressed sharp. They say, hey, we do kitchen remodeling, cabinetry work, home remodeling. I don't know all the things they do, but they list off the things they do. And they say, if you'd like for us to come back and give you an estimate for these things, we can help you. What things in your home are you looking to update this year? Well, if they're talking to a woman, let me tell you what. The majority of women are going to go, well, I kind of want to get those cabinets done. The husband goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Then they get the evil eye from the wife, and they say, no, that's cool. That's cool. So come back. Let's do it. So then they ask the husband, is there anything that you wanted to get done? And if you're a man out there, you probably want to get a man cave, kitchen, outdoor kitchen, get that bathroom cleaned up, get that theater room put in, get the speakers put in overhead. And then they come back, and their average deal, and I don't want to make up a number on the air that's not accurate. I would just say going there, they make thousands of dollars per deal because they over-deliver. They wow the customer with prompt service and response, and no charge for that initial service fee, or at least at the time. And now when they're in the house and they built that trust with you, Marshall, they offer so many products and services.
And they just have a list of things that they ask about.
And they just say, would you like me to help you with this? They literally go through the entire list. Do you need help with this? Do you need help with your kitchen? Do you need any improvements in your bathroom? So as a listener,
what do I need to do?
What you want to do is you want to make a list of all the problems that you can solve for your ideal and likely buyers. Then you want to turn it into a one sheet, and your business coach can help you do that. And then you want to make sure that your technicians, your salespeople, your professionals, your salespeople, your office people, your customer service folks, that they, every single time, they cross-sell. And they just ask your ideal and likely buyer if they indeed need those services. And you have to ask every single time, do you want extra fries with that? Do you want me to supersize that? Ooh, supersize. Do you want some extra guac with that? I mean, you might be making fun of that question. Do you want me to supersize that? But that question is making McDonald's millions of dollars. It's an unbelievable system. And that is how you effectively upsell or upserve to your ideal and likely buyers. It's a super move that you can use. And if you need help, have your coach help you with the step-by-step process.